GTV, KGTV, Ƙauran Gwando Television, Ƙauran Gwando Television, Ƙauran Gwando Television. Sabon gidan talabijin nan mai farin jini, wato Ƙauran Gwando TV, mai watsa labarun gaskiya a zamanance.
It is with great humility, gratitude, and total submission to the will of Almighty Allah that I stand before you today to mark my first year in office as your elected governor. This past year has been a journey filled with opportunities, challenges, of moments of triumphs that have contributed in shaping our future. When I took office a year ago, I made promise to serve with integrity, dedication, and the commitment for the well-being of our citizens. I am proud to say that we have made significant progress in fulfilling that promise. I would like, therefore, when to seize this opportunity to account for my stewardship since assumption of duty. As demonstration of my commitment towards the speedy take-off of this administration, we ensure that within our first 100 days in office, all key appointments were made. We equally assured the completion of e-filing system, ensure efficiency in governance, and to serve as a veritable platform for speedy delivery of government decisions. In view of the strategic importance of the availability of vehicles in the smooth conduct of governance, we consider it very expedient to provide official utility vehicles to the entire members of State Executive Council, members of State House of Assembly, head of extra-ministerial department, while some vehicles were stationed in the general pool of the Cabinet Office, full of government house and the liaison offices. This includes a fleet of governors, deputy governor, and the first family. Furthermore, in order to stimulate performance of governance functionaries, furniture allowances were paid to honorable commissioners, SSG, chief of staff, head of service, and special advisors. As a matter of serious concern, the dilapidated government house, deputy governor's lodge, presidential lodge, and the liaison office of Abuja got a significant facelift and were appropriately furnished. It may not be out of place to at this juncture report the relevant government functionaries went foreign tour with a view of attracting investors. The outcome of which is that we are receiving favorable offers from prospective investors. We are determined to put in place a solid foundation for revenue generation This informs the reason for which the mining sector is receiving serious attention while revenue leakages were cemented. We have continued to provide relief materials to victims of disasters and the internally displaced persons across the state. We believe that gestures such as this will cushion the effect of the hardship being faced by these individuals. We also made several provisions for the procurement of palliatives and distributed to the less privileged people in the state. Hajj operation. It is significant to report that the airlift of Kebbi State pilgrim for last year was carried out from Sokoto due to some infraction for which this administration was able to overcome. By means of constructing an aviation fuel dome, a professional aviation consultant was also engaged to holistically undertake maintenance and upgrade of facilities at our Ahmadu Bello International Airport. Also, renovation of terminal building, repairs of vehicles and upgrade of fire rescue equipment were carried out to pave way for the perfect airlift. All these and other initiatives were geared towards ensuring safety in our international airport. Consequently, this intervention have ensured that we airlift our pilgrims to the Holy Land from Birnin Kebbi as against airlift of flight from Sokoto as obtained last year. It also guaranteed the resumption of scheduled flight from Sir Ahmadu Bello International Airport to Birnin Kebbi. It is worth of mention that Kebbi State spearheaded a payment of additional 1 million naira to each of our pilgrims, irrespective of political inclination of pilgrims. These and the many other incentives were provided for the comfort of our pilgrims, in addition to the provision of 2 pairs of uniforms as against one provided some years back, and the ihram for all male pilgrims. In the same way, I have made a personal donation of 200 riyals for each pilgrims as my contribution to the welfare of pilgrims, while all members of the State House of Assembly, the Excellency, the Chief of Staff, and members of State Executive Council, Local Government Council Chairman were directed to make appropriate financial contribution to pilgrims of extraction from their respective constituencies. Security gentlemen and ladies, let me take you back to the pathetic security situation we found ourselves on my assumption in office. We are all living witness to the fact that security situation in some areas of Kebbi South was seriously compromised, which made farming impossible, and the destruction of lives and properties was a regular occurrence. We therefore took the bull by the horn and made concerted investment that sought to provide enabling environment for our security operatives to optimally perform by means of providing funds for fueling of operational vehicles, allowances, and other incidentals to the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Police, Nigerian Civil Defense, Department of State Services, Vigilante, hunters, and other volunteers, the quantitative effect of which was the significant portion of our monthly allocation goes to the provision and the sustenance of security in compromised areas and additional vulnerable areas that were lately infiltrated by bandits. We are grateful to Allah for the sanity we are able to bring, such as I speak to you, the people of Malikachi, Ongo Hausawa, in Dambo, Sebu local government, Tunga Makeri, Ishanga local government, in Gaski, Bunza, Karubo, Mayama, and many other places can now freely partake in their normal activities without fear of any attack. As demonstration of my commitment toward the sustainable security situation in the state, I have approved the establishment of state security outfit that will seek complement of existing security architectures. We recognize the need for neighborhood watch and therefore ensure that all local government will be equally represented in the new security outfit. Education. In the education sector, being my primary constituency, we have worked tirelessly to improve our education system, investing in our schools and teachers to ensure that every child in the state has access to quality education. I'm happy to report that during the period of June 2023 to May 2024, the State Universal Basic Education Board has attained significant level of accomplishment of construction, renovation, procurement, furnishing, and provision of infrastructural materials. In the same way, under the DELTA program, this administration has made substantial investment in the construction, renovation, training across the state. A number of projects were also executed under the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, ranging from construction, renovation, training, and the provision of infrastructural materials. This was believed will assist in providing conducive atmosphere for learning and teaching. As a matter of deliberate policy, we settled entitlement of 89 foreign students studying in India and Egypt through the payment of scholarship to verify 20,908 students studying in our various Nigerian institutions. In the same way, we inherit a liability of fair piece of students who pass out from Key Science Academy, Masaka, Abuja, without certification due to the lack of payment. Accordingly, as a matter of continuity and compassion, we have paid entire liability to the institution, and the symbolic presentation of certificate to this benefiting student will be conducted. To make our tertiary institution perform optimally, we established governing boards for all our institutions. Similarly, our higher institutions are up to date in accreditation process. In order to address the deficiency of teachers, approval was granted for the recruitment of 2,000 qualified teachers who will be willing to serve in our remote areas. Urban renewal. In consonance with my above objectives of urban city renewal, we embark on deliberate steps that will seek to upgrade our urban centers, and the most especially our state capital, to be fitting status. Consequently, approval was granted for the rehabilitation of roads, beautification of roundabout in Benekebe City Center, which was awarded to Abim Engineering. Work has attained appreciable level of accomplishment. We are also providing state-of-the-art ultra-modern motor park awarded to reputable company. Work has reached more than 60% level of completion. Our administration was equally provide solar power street light on all major roads. Contract of this were awarded to Amis Construction Limited, Lot 1, Asin Construction, Lot 2, Medadi Global Service, Lot 3. Work has reached almost 90% level of completion. Civil service, as you are aware, I'm a homegrown governor who was attained this status by transition directly from the civil service to becoming an elected governor of Kebbi State. For this reason, I gave prominence of uplifting the civil service by means of awarding contract for the completion of the ultra-modern state secretariat to indigenous contractors. This has attained almost 98 stage of completion. This in addition to the fact that salaries and the pension were paid in the third week of every month, irrespective of receiving our federal allocation. Indeed, we have paid 2024 leave grant. Furniture allowances to serving and retired permanent secretaries were also being paid. It is also significant to know that we are up to date in the payment of retirement benefit and have accordingly paid outstanding retirement liabilities inherited from the previous administration, which added together with the payment to those who retired during the period of our stewardship. In fulfillment of our project for a non-casualization of labor, for which I promoted as a labor leader and now a governor, I'm determined to actualize it by means of granting approval for the stoppage of engaging casual labor at all levels. To this end, all those on casual engagement serving in various hospitals have their appointment been formalized. In order to retain and reduce the intensity of brain drain for doctors from state service moving to federal health institution on ground of difference in remuneration, approval has been granted for equalization of state salary with that of doctors serving in federal health institution, so as to remove any salary disparity. Gentlemen and ladies, as a matter of deliberate policy, approval was also being granted for the increase of retirement age for teachers from 35 years to 40 years of service and the 60 years to 65 years of age, whichever come first. This policy was meant to consolidate the gains of the productive years of teachers who were made to retire from their useful age. Healthcare delivery. On the healthcare front, we have taken steps to improve access to affordable and quality healthcare service for all our citizens. We have worked to address pressing environmental concerns, promoting sustainability and the conservation effort that will benefit future generations. As a step towards ensuring an effective healthcare delivery system, my administration has approved the construction of isolation centers and molecular laboratories at the Cargo Medical Center, and laboratory equipment were also being provided to the center. Similarly, this administration has approved the procurement and equipment delivery van, Toyota Hilux, furniture for the state medical store, as well as drugs and the medical consumables for the take-up of the Kebbi State drug revolving funds. And the state medical store has its solar system expanded to safeguard potency of drugs and the medication. Other strides achieved are procurement of emergency drugs to curtail disease outbreak and the purchase of utility vehicles for the establishing drugs and the medical consumable management agency. In our effort to reverse state's negative indices of maternal and child mortality, this administration has purchased distribution of mama kit to pregnant women across the primary health facilities across the state. As compassionate administration, we have rendered financial assistance to Kebbi State indigents who require specialized treatment both in Nigeria and abroad. I'm happy to report that most of these patients are now usable members of our society. In the final analysis, it is to be noted that the health sector will continue to receive the desired attention. Water resources, rural development and electrification. It is my belief of the administration that provision of water and electricity are critical to the social well-being of our citizens. For this reason, we were determined as part of our electioneering promise to provide access, potable water and steady electricity supply to urban and rural areas. To guarantee steady electricity supply to all parts of Kebbi State, my administration has procured 40 number of 500 kVA transformers and distribute to needy areas in the 21 local government. We upgrade the Gese electricity supply from 11 kVA to 33 kVA for stable supply, as well as upgrading of Sahaya hospital supply from 11 kVA to 33 kVA. This administration has also carried out the electrification of Bakaramba village in our local government and the extension of electricity supply to Amanawa town in Zulu local government, we intended to improve electricity supply to all parts of Kebbi State. In the aspect of the provision of water, we have also, so far this administration has so far rehabilitated, converted Fokon Sarki in Augi local government, Ungoza Barma, Bendenkebe local government water scheme. In Bendenkebe Metropolis, 18 number of water systems are being rehabilitated. We have also provided solar-powered boreholes in so many towns and villages in the state. In continuation of our above effort of water sanitation, the state government, in collaboration with the USAID, Gavi, and the UNICEF, to provide simple toilets in primary school across our local government council, using local entrepreneurs to install hygiene habits into our young girls and boys. This partnership will include training, and the procurement is expected to make significant impact on sanitation and hygiene in our schools. Agriculture. On assumption of produce, I made a rapid assessment of the immediate need of our farmers in the state and arrived at desperate need to provide fertilizer, which informed the reason for us to procure 6,000 sellers. The rice and the early maturing millet of 2023 came under Kuala bed attack. These are highly voracious beds, very destructive and devastating, threatening bumper harvest and our food security effort. I quickly responded by engaging an agro-aviator for areas sprayed. This intervention neutralized the beds. They were defeated immediately, and our food security that season was guaranteed and secured. In a unique and responsive measures to provide immediate relief to the suffering of our citizens in the state, our government provided palliative support, grains, and the food items which impacted 80% of our household and the residents in Kebbi State. For sustained and cost-effective outcome, especially for irrigated agricultural production, I am engaging the use of renewable energy, which provides cheap energy and is friendly to the environment. This renewable energy source include solar-powered, compressed natural gas (CNG) and liquefied natural gas (LNG). Accordingly, I have procured and commenced distribution of 4,000 solar-powered irrigation pumps, 10,000 CNG converted irrigation pumps, and the 10,000 CNG LNG conversion kits. I have also launched by Comprehensive Agricultural Development Plan, Cherish our Agricultural Development Growth Agenda Kadagi, with the plan in place by administration hubs to revolutionize agriculture in the state, increase food production, nutrition, security, generated jobs, provide incomes, and improve livelihood to millions of our households in the country. Budget and the economic planning. As a matter of concern, funds were released under our CARES programs to expand access of livelihood support for security services, grant for the poor and the vulnerable household, and the payment across all the 21 local governments in the state as categorized below. 1,950 beneficiaries benefited from the state social transfer called cash transfer, in which 1,077 males and 873 females benefited from this support. B. 15,990 beneficiaries received agricultural assets, in which 9,504 male and 6,486 are females. C. 12,790 farmers received seedling, 430 livestock, 180 fisheries support and other agricultural assets. Over 7,000 beneficiaries benefited from the Live Livelihood Support Grant. 613 PIMs received operational support, in which 453 are males and 160 are females. On infrastructural development, 27 feeder roads, 29 wet market, 29 clinics, 45 classrooms, and 80 boreholes were all constructed under the program. Over 15,000 beneficiaries are benefiting from this intervention. In another development, the present administration has granted approval for the establishment of the State Bureau of Statistics, in which an enabling law has been signed by His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kebbi State. A statistician general was also been appointed. We also granted approval for the increase of cash allocation to MDAs for better and effective running of their offices. Local government authorities, as a responsive administration, we vow to allow local government council discharge their responsibility without undue interference from the state government. Consequently, I'm happy to report that we have received report of effort by the various councils to uplift the standard of living of its people. The 21 local government councils have so far executed meaningful capital projects ranging from construction, renovation, and rehabilitation of roads, primary school, dispensaries, market stores, electricity projects, among others. Agricultural sector. The 21 local government in the state has procured and distributed fertilizer, pesticide, improved seed, and the seed chemicals, as well as provide support to farmers during the 2023 wet season. Palliatives. The 21 local government had purchased, distributed assorted grains to the poor, to the people of Kebbi State as palliative, aimed at cushioning the difficulties being faced by our people. Youth empowerment. The 21 local government in Kebbi State have run several programs of empowering our youth by means of supporting them to be self-reliant and provide jobs opportunities through training in various fields in their skills acquisition centers, as well as giving the financial support. Strengthening security in the 21 local government have provided security support to security personnel. In these areas, they have purchased and distributed 750 motorcycles to the vigilante across the state, purchased 27 Toyota Hilux, 20 Toyota Hilux, 10 number of Toyota corporations, which were distributed to various security agencies in the state for effective monitoring and patrol so as to curtail banditry activities. The cumulative effect was that substantial amount of funds was sunk into the provision of sustenance of security across the state. Salaries and leave grant, pension and gratuity. The ministry had ensured the prompt payment of workers' salaries and the allowances, include annual leave grant to all categories of workers in the 21 local government, and the staff of Emirate Council, as well as pension and gratuity, were promptly paid. Tourism. As an international tourism destination, we shall continue to assist in hosting of festival, notably Akubu International Fishing and Cultural Festival, the Gondo Emirate International Horse Racing Competition, Yauri Regatta, and Ohola of Zulu. In the face of unprecedented challenge, we have come together as a people to support one another, showing resilience and the strength in the face of adversity. Our unity and compassion have been beacons of hope in difficult times. Let us move forward together with the courage, compassion, and shared vision for the better future. Together we can achieve great things and build a state that we can all be proud of. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the people of this great state for the trust and the confidence you have placed in me It is a privilege and an honor to serve you as your governor, and I am committed to continue to work tirelessly on your behalf. Thank you, and God bless all of us.
KGTV, ƙauran gwando talabijin. Sabon gidan talabijin nan mai farin jini, wato ƙauran gwando TV, mai watsa labarun gaskiya a zamanin.